Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum on behalf of the Pakistan government on Sunday dispatched 17 trucks loaded with 300-ton edibles to Afghanistan on a humanitarian basis. Briefing media at the Pak-Afghan border Torkham, Chairman Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum Habibullah Khan Khattak said, "Afghans are our Muslim brothers and neighbors and we have centuries-old relations with them." Habibullah said last year's drought also added to the miseries of Afghan people who were facing a humanitarian crisis. The situation can result into a humanitarian catastrophe if immediate and effective steps are not taken, he added. Khattak further said that Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum is a trust established to assist the Afghan population in the hour of need. We aim not only to provide immediate humanitarian assistance in form of food, medicine and non-food items to the people of Afghanistan, but to help them to stand on their own feet and make their homeland a peaceful, stable and responsible member of the global community, Khattak added. Our activity is not limited to coordinate all humanitarian assistance but includes procurement, storage, transportation and distribution of rations, medicines or shelter for the needy people of Afghanistan, as well as interact with prospective donors and beneficiaries at organizational and individual levels and undertake any other such assignment that is helpful in rebuilding Afghanistan, said Khattak. With the help of various philanthropists and the government of Pakistan, we have managed to lift 32 tons flour, 6 tons cooking oil, 2 tons medicine through C-130, Khattak said. Later, the Consul General of Pakistan at Jalalabad, Abdullah, and Regional Head Ministry of Industries and Private Sectors Maulvi Mubarris received the edible loaded trucks and thanked the government of Pakistan and Pak-Afghan Cooperation Forum for helping Afghan people at this critical juncture. National Security Advisor Dr. Moeed Yusuf said India orchestrated a hoax narrative and used Afghan soil to perpetrate terrorism against Pakistan. The National Security Advisor wrote in his article published in the British online newspaper The Independent, said Pakistan has always supported dialogue and political settlement to end the war in Afghanistan and was badly affected by the war in Afghanistan. The NSA raised the question of whether the world would repeat the mistake of leaving Afghanistan and the region. He wrote in his article, "We lost over 80,000 innocent lives and bore the burden of over $150 billion economic losses. It was the collective responsibility of the international community to avoid creating a humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan," Dr. Moeed Yusuf said. The Taliban, he added, has signaled to work with the international community where the international community should coordinate its efforts. The international community should move forward with consensus with the major powers and Afghanistan's close neighbors, Dr. Moeed Yusuf said. The security forces on Monday during an intelligence-based operation conducted in Mir Ali area of North Waziristan killed Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan terrorist commander Saifullah and also recovered a huge cache of weapons and ammunition. The terrorist Saifullah belonged to Mir Ali and was involved in the killing of 4 women of an NGO in February 2021 and target killing of Frontier Works Organization engineers in November 2020, said an InterServices public relations media release. He was also involved in planning and execution of improvised explosive device attacks on security forces, extortion and kidnapping for ransom, it added. Germany has appreciated the positive role played by Pakistan in bringing about the Doha process for stability, peace and prosperity in Afghanistan. In an exclusive interview with Radio Pakistan, German ambassador to Pakistan Bernhard Schlachek said it has been acknowledged by the United States, the world community and Germany also recognizes this very positive role of Pakistan, said a press release issued on Sunday. The ambassador expressed confidence that Islamabad would continue playing a very constructive role in Afghanistan in the future. He said that government of Pakistan and armed forces were quite engaged in trying to convince the Taliban to bring about an inclusive government in Afghanistan, adding that Pakistan was aware of its potential importance and role in the whole region. The German envoy said an inclusive government in Kabul was critical for the peace and stability of that country. To a question about the role of Afghanistan's neighbor, the German ambassador said none of them wanted instability in Afghanistan as it was a recipe of political disaster. There was a genuine understanding that peace and stability in Afghanistan was of a vital interest of the region, Schlachek remarked. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's favorite journalist Arnab Goswami got red-handed while he was spitting lies on India's national television. In a video circulating on social media, Arnab was telling about how ISI officials are lodged on the 5th floor of Kabul Serena Hotel. "I can also tell you what they ordered for dinner," he said confidently, and not only this, he arrogantly said, but Arnab perhaps did not know that if he will tell a lie confidentially, it's still a lie and he can't make it a truth. A Pakistani panelist who was also part of the program recited Arnab's false claims and told Arnab that Kabul Serena Hotel has only 2 floors. There is no 5th floor. The polling for 5 seats of the Executive Committee Corporate Class of the Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry will be held on September 20, 2021. The election for the class of SCCI Associate would be held on September 21, 2021. The SCCI's ruling Ittihad Founders Group has picked up Adnan Yusuf, Amir Majid Sheikh, Chaudhry Jahangir Rashid, Naeem Yusuf and Shoaib Imtiaz for the 5 Executive Committee seats against rival domestic Founders Group candidates Humayun Riaz, Mohammad Irfan Raghib, Sheikh Isam Javed, Sohail Khawar Mir and Zulfikar Hassan. Ruling Ittihad Founders Group has fielded its candidates Ahmad Imtiaz Khan, Awais Ahmad, Imran Akbar, Mohammad Shehbaz and Salim Akhtar Bhutta for associate class against Democratic Founders Group candidate Asad Siddiqui, Khwaja Ziaullah, Muhammad Asif, Muhammad Asad Iqbal and Muhammad Umar Mushtaq. The money laundering case of 25 billion rupees against PMLN President and opposition leader in the National Assembly Shehbaz Sharif and his son Hamza Shehbaz took a new turn on Sunday as the Federal Investigation Agency arrested Asim Suri, Vice President of the Head of Compliance of the MCB Bank Limited, on the charges of influencing witnesses against the Sharif. According to FIA sources, Suri was allegedly coercing prosecution witnesses, including the MCB Bank officials, to change their statements in favor of the accused. FIA Lahore Zone 1 Director Dr. Rizwan confirmed the BOL News that the FIA has arrested Asim Suri of the MCB Bank under Section 34 of 25 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act and Section 201 of the Pakistan Penal Code, etc. Dr. Rizwan also told BOL News that they have also obtained arrest warrants of former FIA official Azhar Mahmood on similar charges. Mahmood is attached with the MCB Bank for the last several years in high-profile willful default and recovery matters. Head of Surgery Inquiry Team of the FIA said his team was doing its best to arrest Azhar Mahmood at the earliest. According to FIA, Shehbaz Sharif and Hamza Shehbaz are facing a money laundering case worth 25 billion rupees allegedly committed through various Benami accounts of low-rank employees, including clerks, security guards and watchmen in Ramzan Sugar Mill owned by the Sharif family. Both father-son duo are on pre-arrest bails and the next date of hearing of their bails has been fixed for September 25. The vessel carrying the first lot of 42 Green Line buses has docked at Karachi port. According to details, the Chinese vessel reached Karachi port one day late from the schedule. It has 40 buses and will be unveiled today at 3:30 p.m. Arrangements such as red carpet welcome have been arrayed to celebrate the arrival of Green Line buses. Earlier, Sindh Governor Imran Ismail had said on Twitter that the ship carrying the first consignment of 42 Green Line buses would soon reach Karachi port. Sources said that in the first phase, the Green Line will be run from Surjani to Numaish. The buses will be fully air-conditioned with a capacity of 200 to 250 people. The bus will also have separate seats for women and the disabled. 80 buses will be allocated for the rehabilitation of the first phase of the Green Line project. The ceremony will be attended by Governor Sindh Imran Ismail, Federal Planning Minister Asad Umar, Maritime Affairs Minister Ali Zaidi and IT Minister Aminul Haq, whereas the next delivery of 40 more buses will reach Karachi by the end of October. A 5-day national polio eradication drive across the country, including Punjab, has started today to administer polio and vitamin A drops to 18.6 million children up to the 5-year of age. The workers of the anti-polio vaccination campaign will be given the necessary protective gear for their protection against coronavirus infection and will be following all WHO recommended protocols to keep themselves and others safe from COVID-19. Anti-polio drive has also started in Sindh from today to administer polio and vitamin A drops to 9.4 million children up to the 5-year of age across the province, private news channels reported. According to a spokesman of the Punjab Health Department, during the campaign, polio teams would go door to door to administer polio drops to children less than 5 years of age in all tehsils and union councils of the district. Polio teams will also be available at bus stops, railway stations and hospitals for administering anti-polio drops. Foolproof security measures have been taken for the security of polio teams. The two state-owned companies, Sui Northern Gas Pipeline Limited and the Sui Southern Gas Company, are in the process of executing at least 7 major projects to reinforce gas transmission and distribution system in their respective areas. The SNGPL is constructing a 12-kilometer pipeline to supply 30 cubic feet per day gas to Rashakai Special Economic Zone. The project is expected to be completed by the end of December 2021, according to an official document available with APP. Similarly, a 20-kilometer pipeline is being laid to provide 40 mmCFD gas to the Allama Iqbal Industrial City Special Economic Zone, which is scheduled to commence in the first quarter of 2021-22. However, to supply 5 mmCFD gas to the Allama Iqbal Industrial City on a temporary basis, a 2-kilometer main supply line had already been laid and commissioned by extending the existing network of M3 Industrial City, whereas a project is being launched to address the acute low gas pressure issue during winter season in Mardan and Peshawar regions at an estimated cost of 2.296 billion rupees for system augmentation of transmission Charsadda Khazana Tangi pipeline. The SNGPL is confident that a 22-kilometer transmission main line from Barki to Sundar and a 10-kilometer from Diyal to GT Road is expected to be completed by December 2021. On the SSGC network, a 3.5-kilometer pipeline would be constructed at a cost of 149.41 million rupees for supplying 13 mmCFD gas to Bin Qasim Industrial Park, Karachi. The company also got approval for laying an 8.7-kilometer pipeline to supply 10 mmCFD gas to Boston Special Economic Zone, Balochistan at an estimated cost of 731.447 million rupees. Chinese companies were ready to invest $15 billion in Pakistan's petrochemical sector, an official said. Under the project, Chinese companies companies would invest in the petrochemical sector in Gwadar, including the project of energy pipeline from Gwadar to China. The Board of Investment Secretary said bilateral talks were underway for investment in various projects related to Chinese investment in Pakistan. It was hoped that in the future, Chinese companies would bring investment in Pakistan in the fields of energy, agriculture, tourism and others, she said. Romanian pop band Accent extends their love and support for Pakistan in the wake of New Zealand's sudden and disappointing abandonment of their Pakistan tour under the pretext of security concern a scant day before the tour officially started. Accent via its official Facebook shared a clip performing live amid the huge crowd in Pakistan. I have been to Pakistan many times and I always felt it like a home. I feel safe there and the love I receive from Pakistan is beyond amazing. I will come back even more often. I love my fans. Pakistan Zindabad, the caption read. The gorgeous dimple queen Ayesha Omer, who is widely known for her jolly nature and amazing acting skills, mesmerized fans with her dreamy nikah photoshoot. She looked nothing less than a goddess beauty. The Anna starlet's multiple ravishing pictures from her photoshoot surfaced online and fans are absolutely loving Ayesha Omer as the stunning nikah bride. Earlier, the actress had responded to all criticism by explaining the reason for her activism on social media, saying, I share my personal life in little bits and pieces here. Some appreciate, some think I shouldn't. I do it to connect with the people who love me on this platform. I am here spreading laughs and smiles, the actress wrote. She continued to say, remember me for the girl who touched your heart with a vulnerable, meaningful conversation. Remember me for the kindness. Remember me for my kindness and love. After receiving hateful comments, Hania further said that her post is not an emotional giving up post, but it is to spread love over hate. The actress conveyed the message to her fans that they should always put love before hatred and love themselves as well as others around them. Laugh, live your life. Former fast bowler Umar Gul said that he was approached by the Pakistan Cricket Board for the position of assistant coach of the Balochistan team. However, later on, the board changed the decision without informing him. On his Twitter handle, Umar questioned the professionalism of the board as he cancelled his other commitments after he got assurance from the board to take up the coaching role for the Balochistan team. I am disheartened to see professionalism is often missing at the PCB. Having gone through the process and assured by Grant Bradburn that I have been recommended for assistant coach of Balochistan, and without any information I get to know Raj Hans has been preferred, he wrote. I waited for a week and cancelled my other commitments so I could get with the Balochistan team. Got no response from the PCB. Totally unethical by an organization. I don't know if things will ever change, Umar added, and also tagged PCB chairman Ramiz Raja. Umar Gul represented the Balochistan team in his career's last domestic season. He took retirement from domestic cricket last year. Mr. Salman Iqbal, the owner of the franchise of the PSL Karachi Kings, said that the cricket is now back in Pakistan. Such stunts cannot demoralize the nation. After New Zealand unilaterally cancelled the tour, the fans and celebrities burst out. While reacting to the cancellation of the tour by New Zealand, Mr. Salman said that Pakistan is one of the best security forces in the world. He further added that he is the witness of players getting top-class security. I am a witness to how security was provided in PSL. International players visited Pakistan and had great moments during PSL. Stadiums were full and not a single incident happened. Cricket is close to our hearts. There is no security issues here, he reminded with a hashtag #PakisSafe. Mr. Salman shared some pictures of the foreign players enjoying their stay without any fear during the pre-COVID times in Karachi. He added, cricket is back to Pakistan and these stunts won't demoralize us. Leading Pakistan actor Ayesha Omar has shared a hand-in-hand video with co-star and her best friend Azfar Rehman. The Bulbule actress posted a boomerang video on her Instagram account with Azfar. Pana ho sabhi duriyan, she wrote in the caption. In the photos posted by Ayesha Omar, it can be seen that the actress is accompanied by actor Azfar Rehman and the diva donned a red top while Azfar is wearing a grey coat. This video shared by Ayesha Omar has received thousands of comments and likes in which the beauty of the actress is being highly praised. On the other hand, actress Azfar Rehman has also shared this video on his Instagram.
बोल ब्रीफ्स की वीडियो सबसे पहले देखने के लिए बोल ब्रीफ्स के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करना ना भूलें।